Much of my inspiration behind creating skills-based approach is helping high school and college students to get on a career track. Skills-based approach combines tracking all learning in and out of the classroom, acquiring personal and professional skills, forward-thinking, proactive, and responsive planning, signaling skill competencies to an audience, and stacking credentials. This is why skills-based approach is doable. It's a practical way to approach education and career planning. With skills-based approach, students work in short, discrete tasks towards a career 3 to 5 years in the future, constantly honing their skills. If they're successful, then hopefully they land the career. If not, they change their mind, like many of us do, or are unsuccessful in getting the skills, then they constantly assess their skills and pivot into another career track. Thinking in skills rather than degrees and strict professions allows for this evolving process to happen. The earlier a high school student figures out what skills they should be working on and having time to assess the retention competencies, the better decision they'll make when they graduate from high school. Do I go to college? Do I take a year off? Or do I try one of these new age programs like a micro-credential or nano-degree path, a boot camp, or a new kind of apprenticeship? I agree with the value of a 4-year degree. However, I think as a freshman, a student should be ready to declare a major, map out precisely what courses and skills will be learned each semester, and make the most of the opportunity. It's too expensive to waste time. As I agree to the value of a 4-year degree, I also see the common sense decision in choosing a shorter path to attain a credential and get employed. You may base the decision on a return on investment or uncover a career you've always wanted to do. Here are some of the new programs. One of these kinds of programs are boot camps. Essentially hyperspeed of learning skills. They usually take less than 3 months. But if you know you're going to be a programmer, then there's value in taking a 3-month boot camp, getting employed after completing the program, and then hooking up with the guru programmer mentor in your first job. You spend less than $10,000 and have guaranteed employment. And this characteristic of supply and demand of practical skills for the industry and the emphasis on practical 21st century skills makes the boot camp model can be extended beyond tech. This is according to the World Bank blog. Another program are nano degrees or micro-credentials. These are fast, efficient, effective way to learn skills for employability. Students, like an accountant, can take the necessary coursework, prepare for the exam, and find references in about a year. This way, a student pays about half of the cost of a standard 4-year degree and completes it in 1/4 of the time. Higher education is going to offer more of these programs because they take the same exact courses just at a faster pace without the general education electives. Another model is the education apprenticeship. This is a strong tradition in Europe and Asia, and we're starting to see apprenticeships take hold here in the US. If you want to become an electrician or computer technician, then you probably might take one of these paths. But we're also going to see apprenticeships in a wider scope of disciplines. And this is something a company institute is trying to establish. Finally, there's employer-sponsored learning programs. For example, P-Tech in New York, IBM is offering a 6-year high school program, and once the student completes the program, they get hired at IBM. You cannot overlook a clear, direct path with a job at a company like IBM. And I think we're going to see more of these backdoor routes into companies when a candidate can prove their skill competencies. The definition of the new blue collar is any work that does not require a 4-year degree. 40% of new jobs fall into this category. Many of these jobs pay well, have stability, and can be fulfilling. You also may start off doing blue collar work and move on to white collar work after getting the necessary skills. An impressionable student, somebody who's a junior or senior in high school, should consider all the different options, assess their skills and where they expect or want to be. Some paths might make more sense based on the career trajectory. Where there is choice, conduct a return on investment of all the different options. In each of these screens, I've shown you a screenshot of skills-based approach, and it's helpful to use skills-based approach as you map out the paths so you can compare how much time they're going to take and how much they're going to cost.